Oh guys, in this video I'll show you how to fix Facebook ads inconsistencies. If you're advertising on Facebook, you know exactly what I mean. So here in this account, last 30 days I spent $220,000 for $664,000 in revenue, which is pretty solid return. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Fedotoff. In the last 8 years, I generated over $100 million in revenue, and I created this channel to share my experiences, share my mistakes so you don't make them. It will be pretty extensive tutorials, so please make sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss more tutorials in the future where I'm sharing my mistakes, my learnings, what's working right now. All right, so here's how to fix Facebook ads inconsistencies in 2024 and how to scale profitably and reliably. All right, let's get into it. So why your ads are inconsistent? Only so many people in the market for certain product at any given point of time. So you have to realize that Facebook is an auction system, right? So there's a lot of people bidding on the same keywords, bidding on the same targeting options, pretty much trying to get in front of the same people. So you're competing with this humongous list of other people that also want to get in front of your audience, millions and millions of advertisers. Like last time I checked was like 10 million advertisers on Facebook. They're fighting for the same spot on your newsfeed. And competition factors depending on the time of the day, also your competitors' performance. So let's say if your competitors' ads are better, then they'll be shown in front of your audience. On the other side, if your ads are better, then your ads will be shown in front of the target audience that can buy your product and help you make money. So some of the important factors here are previous spending records and also Facebook trust factors. This is one of the things that Facebook takes into consideration. So if one ad account, let's say, only has $2,000 in spend and another has $2 million in ad spend, that ad account with millions of ads in ad spend will get a favor from Facebook because Facebook knows that account advertises consistently, they're spending a lot of money, so they'll give them the spot in the auction. And in my experience, dropshipping fucking up their business with poor customer experience. They have, low feedback scores, they're getting their ad account shut down. So what you have to do is improve the experience for your customer, improve the packaging. Those are easy things to do if you're working with the right supplier. And if you need the list of suppliers that I'm currently using for my own business, just comment suppliers below and I'll share them with you. Another factor here is a feedback score. This is something that every page has. So depending on your customer experience, depending on your shipping time, you will have a certain feedback score. So for our page here, we have a feedback score of 4.2, which is pretty decent feedback score. So between 4 and 5, you'll get the best cost for your advertising. And then if it drops below 3.5, you'll get penalties. And pretty much like you will have higher CPM, you'll get low quality traffic as well. So you want to make sure that your customer experience, your product quality, how fast you ship your orders, everything needs to be on point in order for you to have a good feedback score so that you get a preference in the auction and Facebook gives you more high quality traffic. So let's say if your competition has a feedback score of 4.5 and you have a feedback score of 3.5, then you will lose those auctions and you will lose those buyers. Also, if you have any flags on your personal profiles, BM, maybe you have a lot of rejected ads, that also will impact your performance. And I have loads of resources to help you fix this, so please just comment FB below and I'll send you some great resources on improving your feedback score. So this is the whole process through Facebook ads auction. So first of all, Facebook holds an auction each time a user is eligible to see an ad, right? So user needs to be eligible in a specific target audience. And after that happens, your ad enters an auction with other ads trying to reach the same target audience. And after that, to determine the ad that gets served and shown in front of those people, Facebook gives each ad a total value. It's a complex algorithm working on a back end, pretty much kind of like ranking millions and millions of different ads and deciding which ones will be shown to a specific person at a specific time. And what happens is the ad with the greatest total value gets served to a user, right? So if you're winning that auction, if you have all of your factors on point, like your feedback score, your reputation with Facebook, then that ad will be served to a user. And this is how Facebook identifies the total value of each ad. So total value contains advertiser bid multiplied by estimated action rate. So let's say if your conversion rate is 2%, your competitor conversion rate that's selling similar product is 1%, you will get that auction, you'll get the advantage in the auction. And besides that, the user value. So if your ad, let's say, is 5 minutes long and people watching for 30 seconds, and after that ad, they have good experience, they click on the website, they're buying the product, now Facebook will rank you higher than, let's say, an ad that's only 10, 15 seconds long and people only watching that ad for 2 seconds. So you can play around with bids, you can bid $30, $50, $100 if you want to get a bid. You can do that with cost caps, bid caps. I can cover that in next videos. Then estimated click-through rate and estimated click-through conversion rate. So these are big factors. Again, the better your ads are, the better advantage you'll have in the auction. And then also likes, comments, the engagement that you get on your ads also will be an important factor in you winning the auction. So pretty much Facebook cares about how much money you're ready to pay to Facebook, but also at the same time is what value you bring into the advertiser, to a user. So Facebook cares about their own benefit. Obviously, they want to get as much money from you as possible, but at the same time, they want users to have good experience so that people stay on Facebook and don't leave to other platforms or don't have bad experience. Let's say if you're showing some aggressive skin, maybe you're sharing some painful experiences that people have, then those ads obviously will get lower ranking in the auction and you're less likely to get those wins. And I have this great breakdown that pretty much shows you how to troubleshoot any ads performance. If you have inconsistencies, if you have some problems with your ads, if you cannot scale, if you can spend, let's say, $1,000 a day, but the moment you raise your budgets to $3,000, $5,000 a day, your performance drops. Here's exactly how to fix it. So there's certain metrics that you have to pay attention to. Number one is the hook rate. And here we're aiming for 25 to 30%. And this formula is calculated 3 seconds video plays divided by impressions. If you show your ads to like 1,000 people, how many of those people actually stop and watch the video? That shows how good is your first few seconds in the video, how good is your thumbnail, and this is an important factor in the auction. And so once you set it up, and if your ratio is less than 25-30%, then what you have to do is change the first 3-5 seconds of the ad. You need to use a different opening line, or the first words that are appearing on screen are not that good, so you have to change it and make sure that you're hitting that 25-30% benchmark. You can also switch your hook format. You can use open loop, you can use questions, and the best way to find these hooks and what's working is to pretty much just spy on your competition, see what's working, try to replicate it, learn from that experience, and improve on your own. Also, you can try to create a more dramatic or exciting hook. Again, I would just monitor your best performing competitors, see how they advertise, see how they're selling their product. I would see what kind of hooks they're using at the beginning. If they're dramatic, they're controversial, that's what I would model. Second very important metric is a hold rate. So hold rate is true plays divided by impressions. You can also set it up in the ads manager, and benchmark here should be 15 to 20%. So out of those people that, let's say, stop to watch the ad, how many of those people actually watch through the ads, right? So you want at least 15 to 20% of those. Watch through the ad at least 50-75% of your ad. Then you know that you have a good ad that keeps people on the platform and keeps people watching. And if you're not getting there, you can shorten the ad. You can also include smiling faces and good eye contact at the beginning. Now that will get more people to stop and actually watch the ad. You can also remove fluff or filter sections from the ad. You can focus on highlighting more product benefits early on, right? So oftentimes you kind of like try to sell your product at the end of the ad. Maybe you need to move stuff around and try talking about your product and what it does and the benefits it delivers at the beginning of the ad. You can also just make more dynamic editing and show more footage of the product in use, like different formats, different backgrounds, maybe using the product in the kitchen, using the product in the bathroom, using product outside, using the product in the car, using products in different environments so that it's more exciting for people to watch. Also, you need to make sure that the editing style matches the demo you're targeting. So if you're targeting, let's say, 20 to 30-year-old demographic, your ads have to be very dynamic, like switching very fast. If you're going after older demo, then probably you have to slow down a little bit because those people don't have such short attention spans and they can watch the video more slowly. You can also experiment with editing, like captions, subtitles, make the video a little bit more dynamic, right? So people can also read it without even turning on the sound. And last but not least, ensure that the quality of the content is high. I know a lot of people that are utilizing a lot of the stock content. And if you're advertising in competitive markets like United States, that probably won't cut it. Probably need to source some content, some B-roll from your creators so that your ads are more exciting and more unique. Another important metric here is outbound CTR. And here we're aiming for 1 to 3%. This is outbound clicks divided by impressions. And if it's not there, if it's lower than 1%, then the ad doesn't give a compelling reason to click. So if that's lower than 1%, then you need to use urgency, scarcity, or exclusivity. Buy today, get one free. Make a compelling offer so that people are more likely to click and buy your product. Also, you might need to create a better storyline or agitate more pain points throughout the video. Maybe use kind of like more painful, more emotional language, and you can get all of that from Amazon reviews. Like that's my #1 recommendation, is just go to Amazon reviews, see what language specifically people are using, and then try to utilize that language in your ads as well. You might also need to simplify your CTA. Maybe your CTA is too complex. Maybe just buy now or buy now with 40% discount, more than enough for you to get that click. Use more social proof. So if you have reviews, if you have testimonials from customers, integrate them into your ad to get people more reasons to click on and buy your product. If you do all of that and it still doesn't work, then make sure to revisit your angle and make sure it appeals to the audience. Maybe the angle in the first place is not compelling enough for people to click on and buy your product. And sometimes it's just the actors or content creators. Maybe they're not compelling enough. Maybe they're not emotional enough. Maybe they don't fit the demographics. So always test new content creators. In our business, we're testing 20, 30 different content creators. We're sourcing content from all of them. And then we're seeing which one resonate the most with the audience, which ones get us the best conversions, the best clicks. And then we are doubling down on those. We're sending them more scripts, more things to record so that we are doubling down on who's working for our specific demo. Then as you go through the funnel, because you have to evaluate everything holistically, maybe your performance on the ad side is phenomenal, but then conversion rate is, let's say, less than 3%, then you need to identify what is causing that. And in many cases, it's ad plus landing page combination is not not working well. So maybe your ad is talking about weight loss and how your product can help with the weight loss, but then people go to the landing page and it's talking about how to optimize your energy, how to have more energy throughout the day. So it's not congruent with your ad. So you want to make sure that you have specific landing pages for every angle. This will increase your conversion. And for this, you can test new formats of landing pages. You can also A/B test elements of your landing pages. You can do heat map split testing, and you can use different tools like Hotjar for this. And you see people are clicking on certain sections of the ad, but they're not scrolling through for some reason. Then you might relocate different things around the page and you see which one converts better for you. You also need to look into your page load speed. If you have a lot of apps on your Shopify, if you have 20, 30 different apps, they would slow down your website. The experience is very slow and loading inefficiently. In that case, a lot of the people will just bounce and will go on with their life. You can work with different experts. There's even experts on Fiverr to help you optimize your load speed and make your website load faster. The same recommendation would apply here. Maybe you need to simplify the CTA at the end of your ad so that people know clearly exactly what they're buying, what is the discount, and then it's congruent with the ad that you have in the first place. And for most products, you have to ensure that your ad is not too short. Like for example, if it's less than 15 seconds, maybe it doesn't give people enough reason, enough education to buy your product. So make sure that your ad is longer than 15 seconds if it's on top of the funnel. Other metrics that you can look into is CPA, how much you're paying to acquire a customer. That will depend on the brand. You know, some brands will be okay with $20 CPA, other brands will be okay with $60, other brands will be okay with $150 CPA. So that will depend drastically on the margin structure, type of the product that you're selling. And if CPA is not where you want it to be, then you need to work on all of these metrics that I just outlined. You can also look at spend by demographics. So maybe you're spending too much on the younger demographic, where in reality, most people that are 50 plus, 60 plus are buying your product. So then you just readjust the targeting based on that. Also, placements is a very important factor. Maybe on some placement, you're getting 3x ROAS, on another one, you're getting 0.5 ROAS. So then you would just allocate the spend to the placements where you're getting the best return. And the last one is landing page view rate. This is how many people are clicking through the ad and how many people actually landing on your page, which means 70% or more need to click through your ad and land on your page and wait until it fully loads. And if it's less than that, then you need to optimize your loading speed. Make sure it's loading under 2 seconds. All right, so here's how to solve inconsistencies. I'll try to summarize it as much as I can from all of this document. Again, please subscribe to my channel and please comment slides below so that I can send you this whole presentation so you can have it for yourself. You can go through these metrics and you can fix your ads performance. So number one is testing new creatives and targeting. If someone else is advertising profitably for a similar product, then you can do it as well. You just need to find the right combination, the right kind of ad, the right landing page. You fix these two, you'll be able to do it as well and you'll be able to scale up. On the ad side is new creatives for the same audience and product. Maybe you need to get some content creators that are new, that are fresh, that haven't been exposed to the audience. I often see many entrepreneurs are using exactly the same content creators, so they're using doctors from Fiverr. Everyone is using the same guys, and pretty much it's kind of like the performance is low usually on those ads because people have seen those doctors so many times for so many different brands. Maybe you need some fresh blood, maybe you need some new ad formats in order for you to fix your inconsistency. Also, you might need to open up your targeting, giving Facebook more room to play with. Let me show you inside of the ad account and how we do it. So for instance, here we have Australia, we have Ireland, we have United States, we have 25 to 65 women. There's no targeting options whatsoever, and we have an audience of a size of 110 million to 130 million people. Massive audience, and we just give Facebook all of the tools. We're just like, okay, Facebook, here is like what we want to sell. Just show it to whoever you think will get us a sale, and it's all up to you. And Facebook has so much data on every one of us that, you know, they know who to show these ads to in order to get you sales. So for us, broad targeting is working the best because it pretty much eliminates all of the other factors. We're just focusing on the ads, on the creative part. We're just leaving the targeting very open, and then we're letting Facebook optimize and show those ads in front of the right people to get us sales. Another important factor is test lots of different scroll stoppers and headlines once at a time for more accurate data. So let's say you have an ad and it's performing, then you can test that ad with different scroll stoppers, maybe the first 3-5 seconds of the ad, talking about different things, so different words at the beginning, but the rest of the ad is the same. Ideally, if you're testing scroll stoppers, you would just test, let's say 10-15 scroll stoppers, and you wouldn't test anything else. You just want to find the best scroll stopper. Then let's say you're moving on to headlines. So you have different headlines, you're testing many of them, let's say 10, 15, 20, and you're seeing which one resonates the most. But ideally, you don't want to test, let's say, scroll stoppers and headlines simultaneously because it's harder to find the right combination. And probably one of the biggest needle movers here would be to change your angles with your ads. So for example, if your competitor is talking about making money, talk about saving money. If your competitor is talking about losing weight without pills, you can talk about replacing exercises, replacing all of the hard work they put in the gym. If your competitor is talking about getting better sleep with the right pillow, you can talk about your life getting worse if you have the wrong kind of pillow. You can talk about all the pains that are associated with having the wrong pillow, not having good sleep, not having good energy, and then you plug in your solution and why your pillow is better. This is what I consider the maximum impact testing sequence. Number one, new ad account page profile. This has a massive impact on the performance. So sometimes you test the same product, same ad, same everything in one ad account, and then you're testing it in another ad account, and one of them would outperform another like 5-1. The same applies to pages and profiles. If those have been flagged in some way, then obviously the performance on those will be lower. So if CPMs are very high, if cost per click is very high, then make sure to test new ad account, page, and profile to see if it gets you better results. Next one here will be your product in the first place. If you see your competitor successfully advertising with the same product, then that one is solved because you're going after a validated product that has successfully been scaled by other people, then that would not be a problem. But then you have to focus on the angle. How exactly are you selling your product? Which angles are you using? Like I showed you in a few examples before. This is mostly done with ad copy. This is mostly done with scripts for your ad. Next one here would be the first 5 seconds of the video, pretty much your hook, how you getting people in, how you sucking people in to watch your ad. So for this, you can test many different variations because it's very easy to put together, very easy to edit. It's only a few seconds of the footage. Next one would be creatives and visuals. Make sure to source content from different content creators, different B-roll in different environments. Make sure to make it dynamic. Make sure to make it look and feel real. And the last one here would be the thumbnail. So for example, here you have the person, here you have the body with the product, here you have the product with a little bit of face. If you scroll down here, you have part of the body, you have the product, you have the face. So make sure to test many different variations of thumbnails, even if the rest of the ad is the same. So if we scroll down even more, you can see how many different variations of different thumbnails. For example, here you have the legs, here you have the person, here you have the face, here you have pretty much the collage of multiple content creators that are talking about the same product. Here you have the talking face, person talking to the camera. Here you have the person with some caption on screen. So different variations of captions, different variations of thumbnails, even if the rest of the ad is totally the same. And the last one would be the headlines. So headlines is not as impactful as these other things that I just outlined, but also very important. And at some point you can give it a test. Last one in this sequence would be the ad copy. So this is pretty much the body of your ad, kind of like what you're saying in your ad copy. It's not something that people pay attention first. First people see the visuals. First people see kind of like what's going on screen. First people watch the video, and only after that they read the copy. If you found the winning copy, just try to scale it with as many different creatives as possible. This is just my personal experience, but you can also give it a test and test 10, 20, 30 different variations of the ad copy for the same product, targeting different angles, and see maybe you find a new winner. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please comment slides below so that I can send you the whole presentation from this video. And if you need help implementing any of these systems in your business, like creative sourcing system, creative testing system, any of these systems to help you scale up your ads profitably and grow your business, then please just comment right below and I'll see if I can help you on a more personal level. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Please let me know what you think about this video in the comments so that I can get that feedback for my future videos, and I'll see you in the next one.